Hello and welcome everyone to episode number 35 of another gaming podcast. Yes, it's been a while, but I'm afraid to say we're back, guys, but I'd like to say we're back.
We're here at
But
least.
episode 35, we're at least here, yeah. We're at least here now. Chance, what's going on, man? I heard your voice, so say hello to the fans.
Hello to the fans that hopefully are still here, if we still have one or two out there in internet land who haven't just completely
We had
given
it
up
before, yeah.
and unsubscribed.
Yeah.
Hi.
And the little snicker you heard in the background, Dustin. Go ahead and let the people know you're here, man.
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know. I don't. Maybe we'll see what happens when we throw this up. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe the internet and the YouTubes have moved on to greener pastures. I don't know. We're kind of like we're the old men of the YouTube gaming community because we started this this podcast started like 2012, I think. So we're ancient compared to a lot of these kids out there now.
Pioneers.
We're not pioneers. There was it existed before us, but
I wanted to be a pioneer.
well,
Call me Johnny Appleseed.
Jesus, here we go.
Whatever the term can be for a podcast that endures a long time, even though it has a hiatus,
Yeah.
but keeps coming strong. Whatever that term is,
Douchebags.
is what it will be. Now we're past that. Now we're good guys. Now
Have we graduated?
for the people. Yeah. But yeah, it's been a while. We apologize. It's been tough getting the crew together, but we've had a lot of, like last episode, real life stuff going on. But Dustin, new home. How are you enjoying it? All settled down now?
Yeah, but it's still a mess, and we're still putting things away, and trying to find some time to not be just doing work all the time. But it's nice and exciting, and it's nice to have all this space again. People aren't supposed to live in apartments. I've just decided that,
Yeah.
But now that my apartment is empty, and I'm still getting a little bit of stuff out of it here and there, but it looks huge, and I'm like, why didn't we feel like we had any space at all? This place is massive. And then I get to the house, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
It's because I have all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. No kidding.
Just seeing the pictures from how your game room is like right now, the setup you got going on.
Oh, it's all
compared
together
to
now.
what your room looked like is you could probably show off everything actually now, not have everything else stored in a closet.
Well, I'm going to need to get more. I'm going to need to get more bookshelves or something. But I could. Yeah.
Now, is that like a downstairs area where you're at? I'm just guessing it's like
it's a basement. Yeah, it's a basement.
Yeah,
it's a basement. Yeah. Unfinished basement, but it has nice paneling on the walls, so it's not right against the brick of the foundation. So, it's not as fancy, but
Is it just the game room, or is it kind of like the room where you guys go downstairs? And I can't tell. Do you have your flat screen down there too, or do you have a living room upstairs?
I don't. Yeah, the flat screen's up in the living room. I don't know. Eventually, we might get a new TV or something, but for right now, that's all upstairs, and then downstairs is just the old tube TV with all the retro systems.
Cool.
So you still got the PS4 and stuff upstairs.
Yeah, PS4, PS3, Wii U, and 360 are all upstairs. For the rare occasion when the 360 actually gets turned on.
Sad.
Which, when we talk about it later, apparently Dustin has a big surprise of a 360 game he's been playing that I'm going to be dying for the next hour, wondering what it is. I'm going to start off
on the edge of your seat, just sitting there waiting, can't wait to know what it is. And then when you find out what it is, you'll be like, oh, Jesus, I'm done. I quit the podcast. I quit the podcast.
And
but it reaffirmed my...
Man. Oh, go ahead, Dustin.
I was going to say, it just reaffirmed... Oh, you son of a bitch. I was going to say, it just
am
reaffirmed...
I delayed big time? I am.
I thought he was doing it on purpose.
There's a delay. I'm gonna have to tell the wife to stop watching Netflix. I told her if it's gonna interrupt the podcast, she's turning it off.
Oh,
Sounds like it is.
Putting the hammer down.
We're gonna hear a domestic here in a minute.
But go. Continue what you're gonna say.
I was just going to say it reaffirmed a belief I have in a certain series. That was it.
I'm curious too.
Well, let's get on this episode and we'll get to it.
Oh, okay.
Call of Duty. No.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, I've never played a Call of Duty. I've played Medal of Honor, but I've never
man.
played Call of Duty.
Okay, I'm gonna throw this out there. Okay, you need to play Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare 1. If you play no others,
Yeah,
play that one.
I probably should.
It's a really solid game, and I think you'll agree. Like once you play it, it's really pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the single player is pretty good. I think. Campaign is pretty good.
First-person shooter with a single-player campaign. What are we talking about?
I know
here?
it's a rare thing anymore.
What is that on the NES?
So what were you gonna ask
Something
me,
we could.
Steven?
I was gonna ask you how school's going, and now I'm gonna go get this delay fixed.
Okay.
But I got wireless headset, so continue to speak.
Oh, okay. I
Please.
was gonna say, you want me to wait for my answer then, or?
I'm going to ask you a question that I'm interested in knowing the answer, and then I'm going to walk away.
Well, I'm glad you asked, Steven. School's pretty good. It's busy. That's what takes up a lot of my time. But because of my schooling is why I'm gracing you with this delicious sounding microphone. Because my area of study is audio production, so I've got some pretty nice gear that I need for school, and I can use it for other things. So far, so good. I'm in a portfolio class right now where I'm actually composing music, and it's pretty fun. That was it. That's the end of the story.
That's a good story.
I guess he's not done putting the hammer down now.
He's probably got his mic. He's probably, screaming and yelling and got his mic.
He's probably got his belt out.
Well, while we're waiting for Steven to come back, hey, I guess they just announced that Netflix is going to be doing a Voltron series.
Like Voltron?
Animated Voltron series, yeah.
I know very little about Voltron, just the name of it. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you're a little young for Voltron, but
maybe so. But you know what I'm not a little young for, and that's a Netflix original that I've just been digging the crap out of, and that's Daredevil. Holy crap! I haven't. The second season just came out, but I just finished up the first season today, actually. Oh my god, that's a good series.
It is.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome.
And
I didn't see a lot of it coming. It was like, wow. Good decisions and great cast.
Well, that's good. I mean,
I need to do a delay check.
Delay
okay.
check.
I don't know how to do it. I forgot how I did my delay checks. Dustin, start talking, then stop talking when I interrupt you.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just sit here and blather on about nothing.
I'm going to interrupt you now.
I stopped as soon as you...
it's still delayed, I think. What is going on? We're going to continue, though. Just go.
Okay.
Okay, we're getting this done. We're talking about Daredevil. I heard the end of your... I thought it was the end of your story for school, and you said that's it. And I guess my headset went completely out of range when that happened because I heard nothing. It's like, well, either they're not talking until I get back, or
we started talking
about how I'm not listening right now.
We started talking about Voltron, Netflix bringing it back, and then I started talking about Daredevil.
Daredevil's so good. Have you given it a chance yet, Dustin? I don't know if he asked you or not.
No, I haven't.
Superhero stuff is on the decline, so.
Yeah, it really is. And for the one superhero that I'm interested in, Batman, right now is you just said about Batman versus Superman, and it's just
I feel like that superhero stuff's on a decline too, but then stuff like Daredevil exists, and it's just like, wow, this could be so much better. Like all of the cinematic universe, could be so much better if they just relaxed a little bit and stopped trying to make everything, such high budget productions.
Yeah.
Because Daredevil is pretty low, there's like no special effects really. I mean, just the martial arts stuff that he does, and it's incredible. It's a great show. I like the characters. I like the narrative. It's really really good, and I liked it better than some of the recent Marvel stuff that I've seen. I still haven't seen Age of Ultron or the last couple of X-Men movies. I haven't seen, but those aren't Marvel, I guess.
Ooh.
They're whoever, Sony or Fox or whoever.
Fox, yeah, Fox does them.
And I haven't seen the latest Spider-Man either. But I don't feel like I'm missing much.
Yeah.
Actually, you are.
In Spider-Man?
So, in the Amazing Spider-Man movies are awful to me, but the
new X-Men movies are really good.
X-Men movies, yeah, they've been really good.
Yeah.
Apocalypse coming out had a new trailer during Batman vs Superman, which that was weird, and it looks amazing. Oh,
yeah, I need to catch up on those, but I haven't seen the Wolverine one that was just the Wolverine, whatever that one was called. And
that one's actually good too.
And I haven't seen First Class or Days of Future Past either. So I need to catch up on those. But I did see Deadpool, and that one was dope.
That was amazing.
That movie is hilarious.
Again, like you were saying, small budget, not a big budget, but they stuck to the core elements of what makes Deadpool.
I laughed from start to finish.
Exactly. Not like what this atrocious Batman vs Superman I got out today did. It was, you guys, I can't tell you how bad. Just from a filmmaking standpoint, which I'm not a Zack Snyder fan anyway, so I got that against me going in anyways. But just from, there's been how many comic book movies now? There's been successful ones that have a formula that you should follow and stick to it and be like, hey, it'll succeed if I follow this path. And this movie just paid attention to none of that. It's just so bad. How 1 second, I don't want to spoil anything, but how one moment Batman wants to kill Superman and has all this hatred from him, from where it's like a stepbrother moment. They're all of a sudden best friends. Like they go and do karate in the garage together. out of one of the dumbest reasons. If you want, it makes no sense. The whole movie makes no sense. And have you started season 2 of Daredevil yet?
No,
Chance?
I just watched season 1 finale. I finished at about 6:30 my time, so like hour and a half ago. So,
well, anyone who might be watching season 2, episode 3 has more action in that one episode than Batman vs Superman had in the whole movie.
Well,
so it's just.
I never thought that movie would be good in the first place. And I'll be the one to go see it and actually love it probably, because this is just per my recent record with movies that I like and no one else seems to. But at the same time, I still have never thought to myself, man, Batman versus Superman, that'll be a good movie. No,
it's one of those things where, you hear how bad it is. I'm like, well, I got to see it to believe it too. Like, is it really this bad that people are saying it? Man, it sure is. It is that bad. When the most entertainment you get out of a film is because there's one guy in the whole theater laughing at certain parts, and I'm laughing at that guy, that's the most entertainment I've had during the whole movie.
That's funny.
Oh, it was so bad.
Dustin, did you see Deadpool?
I did not.
Oh my god, you need to see Deadpool.
There's a trivia question for you. Last superhero movie Dustin went to a theater to see.
Yeah,
Days of Futures Past.
Deadpool is hardly a superhero movie, in terms of other superhero movies.
I wanted to see Deadpool. It's just so hard for me to find time to get out to the theater.
I understand, but I knew so little about Deadpool, 6 months ago. I didn't really care at all, and I'm still not rushing out to buy comic books or anything like that. But man, the movie just invigorated a sense of pleasure, out of Deadpool. And I went and I bought the game the same day that I saw the movie, for Xbox One, and the game was awesome too. So
yeah, I need to get that game. It's on PS4 now too. And
yeah,
I want to get that version, but that's what you get, man, when you get a person like Ryan Reynolds who, I mean, if he loves the character, so when you get someone who's a fan of what they're doing, you're bound to get a good product. So that's what's great when you get the right cast and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
Good stuff. All right, we've talked about movies long enough. Superheroes, I guess. Anyway, we could talk about other movies, I guess.
We can get on to some game stuff because, like we were talking about, the recent news going around with the Wii U apparently, supposedly, was going to be ceasing production, even though didn't Nintendo come out and say that was kind of false. But what kind of company would say, of course we're stopping, even though they really are?
Yeah, I don't think anyone should really be surprised by that news because, I mean, there's all this stuff about the NX, and the NX is going to come out soon, and it's not like Nintendo has a great track record of, supporting the old system after the new system comes out. That's really more Sony's thing to do, but...
Which, you saying, just to bite off of that real quick, because they do have a track record of not supporting the old system, which... It's kind of sad in a way, and hopefully they will longer with the Wii U because games like Mario Kart 8 and Smash Brothers and Splatoon, they got some big communities that are always online still playing that.
Yeah.
So, but they've been known they shut the Wii network down quick, fast, and in a hurry when the Wii U came out.
Yeah, but there wasn't a huge Smash Brothers brawl crazy online scene or a Mario Kart Wii online scene. It's a little different now with the more recent games.
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping. So I hope they'll let things hang around for a little bit because I actually played Mario Kart 8 online the other day because I took my boy online to let him try racing people online, and I was surprised at how quickly the rooms filled up and how fast it was to find matches and how flawless the game still plays online.
Yeah. 8 is still booming. It's awesome. That's one of my all-time favorite games.
I wonder if they will make it Wii U backwards compatible in order to entice those people to maybe, because I mean the NX isn't going to launch with a new Mario Kart and a new Smash Brothers and a new Splatoon day one.
And if they did, too soon for it to even have a game for that. If say NX comes out next year, it could be 3 years away from one of those games.
Well, I bet the next Mario Kart will be handheld anyway, because they've been kind of alternating with Wii, DS, 3DS, and then Wii U. Well, so I won't be surprised.
It's supposed to be handheld and console, so who knows?
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah,
maybe, I don't know.
Well, I mean, are they still going to try to continue, the new 3DS? Is that still going to be, something they still try to pump out games for, or?
Well, they've only pumped out one game for it, but I don't know. I mean, they do all this stuff. I don't know how Nintendo does this. They do all this stuff, and then it just, never really pans out, and they're just meh, whatever. Just keep on going.
Well, I still kind of want a new 3DS.
Well, yeah, I mean it's got a faster processor and everything, and it's a nice solid system. But the only game that really takes advantage of those functions is Xenoblade.
Yeah.
Is there another new 3DS game?
Well, I think there are others, but I don't think there's any other exclusives.
Yeah, because I think the Monster Hunter game can play on the old one too. Yeah. You just get that extra nub.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
And I think there was Codename Steam and Majora's Mask, I think, had some new 3DS functionality, but it's not an exclusive to the new 3DS. I think Xenoblade is the only one so far.
So if it is the end of production and it seems like the end could be near, how would you guys say you've enjoyed your Wii U? You think you've enjoyed it for what you put into it? Or I counted my game library today. I got about 25 games for it. The only problem is I think I've only beaten 5 of them or finished 5 of them. I don't play the thing.
Yeah, that's part of the problem too, is that I get pulled away for other games. But I'm sitting here looking at my Wii U, and actually, me and Caitlin and then Lily will just sit around and play, Smash Brothers together. So it is kind of a great system for us all to sit around and play together like that, or Mario Kart, or something like that, or right now, Caitlin's playing Twilight Princess on the Wii through the Wii U. So I don't know. I look at it and I'm like, yeah, maybe the library is not as impressive as the PS4 or the Xbox One, or even the PS3 and all that stuff. But it's got enough games to warrant the purchase for me. And still to this day, it is the cheapest way to play Earthbound.
Well, I think therein lies kind of the same problem, though. I mean, we're sitting here thinking how nice it is to play all these first-party Nintendo games, and while that's great, there's still just the first-party Nintendo games, and there's really no other reason. So if you don't like Mario, and you don't like Smash, and you don't like Donkey Kong, and things like that, there's no reason for you to buy a Wii U, really.
Yeah.
Unless you just really have to have Zombie U. Or something like that.
That's out on everything else now. Yeah.
But, I mean, I can sit here and say how much I love mine, too, to get to play Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2 at some point, it's awesome. I love that game so far. And, I could play Mario Kart 8 still for hours. I put it in and play 3 hours a night and not feel like I wasted even a moment. And I love the new Super Mario Brothers series, and I love the 3D World. That's a great game. And we got a couple others up on the shelf that we play from time to time. But I absolutely think it's worth it. And also the Virtual Console functionality. It's nice to have some of those games like Earthbound, like you said, or even just the ability to play a console game on the handheld part while somebody else watches TV. There are many, many good things about the Wii U. I just still feel like it never truly lived up to what it could be.
Yeah.
Namely, where's my DS slot?
Yeah, I love the quality of games that I have on it, and it's actually someone put Ball and Nick did a Wii U video, kind of centered video, a couple days ago last week, and I had put in the comments how if there was a system I would want to go for a complete collection for, I'd probably go for a Wii U one, because there's only 141 physical North American games. Yeah, and it'd be cool to have a complete collection. And the Wii U, since it didn't have as big as a lifespan, that stuff could be harder to find maybe later on down the road. So I was kind of debating.
What's the deal with that?
Go for this.
That Devil's Third or whatever. I never really heard what the story was with that. What happened?
I think you can get it easily. They printed out more copies, so.
But I don't know what the controversy was.
I didn't know there was controversy. I know they didn't have a big print run.
I thought they were gonna ship it, and then they just didn't. And then their games were going for crazy expensive online or some shit like that.
They did a print run, just a limited print run, and they weren't going to redo it again. But I guess they just went ahead and did another print run, and now people who tried to be scalpers and buy them all up are stuck with all these copies. And so yeah, I think you can find it easily. But there was that short period of time where you couldn't.
I guess that that kind of plays into the whole thing I don't like about the Amiibo and this false sense of panic and this necessity to have this thing you think is going to be hard to find, and that creates this frenzy, and I just don't care for that.
Yeah,
I'm so glad I got out of it.
Speaking of Amiibos, I still have your Shulk here. Damn it!
Yep, and I just sent Chance's money, and I went to send yours, and I don't have your PayPal on there again. And I think you sent it to me, so I need to send you the moolah.
Yeah.
I have
We had
these.
we had to send Chance our pimp money since we always have to send Chance payments every month.
I have a Samus amiibo and the retro Mario with the brown pants or whatever, the brown shirt and the red pants, and I'm pretty happy with just those two.
I got a good little amount of them, but I'm unless I find ones I desperately want, I'm done with the hunt. I'm not hunting for them anymore.
I mean, there's a couple others that if I saw them, I might buy them. You know, if I saw a Charizard, I might buy it. And I've passed on a couple of Mewtwo's, and it's like I could have bought those easily and not had much guilt about it. I just didn't. It's not a priority to me. I don't use them for what their intended purpose is.
Mine are just sitting on top of the game shelf.
Yeah, mine are out of reach.
But they look nice.
Yeah,
I got my Mega Man, and I got my Samus, I got my Shulk.
They're really
that's another one.
They're good quality, so I mean I can't complain about
like
them.
The human characters, the faces look a little off, but whatever. The more cartoony characters look like spot on.
Well, I have a Samus with a helmet on and a gigantic fat plumber, so I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Were you gonna get the Ryu one, Dustin, or no? Are you still debating it?
If I find it, I might pick it up, but it does look really nice.
That's another one I need to get to.
Yeah. Actually, what I would really want is, which they'll never do, but because the only reason they did Ryu is because he's in Smash Brothers now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How awesome would it be if they did an Akuma? I'd be all over that.
God.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Well, he's going to Tekken now instead of Street Fighter, so.
What?
Yeah, he's going to be in Tekken 7.
They're making a Tekken 7?
Yeah, it's like already in arcades and stuff. It was at EVO last year.
Yep.
It looks awesome, actually.
The last Tekken game I played was Tag Tournament 1 on the PS2, and that's enough.
God, 7 looks so good, though. Oh, my God.
That was 15 years ago.
I got the one on Wii U.
Yeah, I need to get that one, too. I have so little experience with Tekken, but that's one of them I want to get. Tag 2 on Wii U.
Actually, what I want, my game was always Virtua Fighter.
Virtua Fighter.
Crickets.
Yeah, well,
fucking crickets.
I have 5 on PS3, but I honestly haven't played it yet. I bought it. At a Final Showdown was on sale for like $1 or $2 on a PSN sale last year, so I thought, let's get that, and then I haven't even played it yet.
Yeah, I have it on Xbox 360, and it's not really fun to play it on Xbox 360 with an Xbox controller.
Well, if it ever goes on sale again, you should grab it on PS3 and we can play sometime.
Yeah, because Sega's never going to do that again. They're never going to make another one.
No. But speaking of other fighting games, I did finally get to try Street Fighter V at Haas's house. That game is shaping up. I don't care what the naysayers say. That game is pretty fun.
I don't think there's any naysayers on combat-wise as far as how good it is.
I think it's just. I guess it is just content. Yeah.
Yeah, the lack of.
Yeah.
It's really wanted that story mode.
It's pretty bullshit that we can't even play like couch co-op, like one-on-one. You can't do that yet. Like 2 people sitting in the same room with one copy of the game can't play together.
Hey, for $4 here soon, you'll probably be able to.
Well, I'm sure. But it's just like, wow. I mean,
Capcom, baby.
I thought that would be like one of the first features they allow you to do. But no.
Well, it goes back to the day when we paid $80 for a Super Nintendo game, but that was a complete game.
That was it. That's all you got. No patch.
Yeah.
Or you try to be cheap and you buy a $20 game that turns out to be a Double Dragon fighting game that's horrible. And don't take the cheap way out.
It's considered technically like a terrible fighting game, but I actually really like it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the fighting game.
Tournament Fighters?
Yes. It's pretty bad, but I still enjoy it.
I've never played it, but I know its reputation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have a good one. But yeah,
There's your
Well, I'm trying to segue back to the Wii U season
sorry.
production. I didn't know how
Oh,
to get
right,
to
yeah.
it.
We got off on fighting games.
Sorry.
It's all right. Hey, for the 3 people out there that are listening to this is what they expect from us. Just to go off on tangents. We just go on tangents for 2 hours and we wrap it, and then we don't do another episode for like 4 months.
Soak it in, people. Soak it in.
Well, as far as Wii U and its library, I still think I was looking through those 141 games at retail, and like we said, it's got solid games enough to warrant a system. But I'm looking out to if this is the last year, because it looks like games that are coming out they're just dated for this year. Like there's nothing in 2017, even on the forefront, and all we really got left is, I guess, Paper Mario Color Clash. Is that a thing? I haven't even heard of that game. And this Lost Reavers game that they just showed off in Nintendo Direct. Like, I want to play that.
After Sticker Star, Paper Mario, what? What?
Hey,
watch it. Color Splash.
Watch it.
Yeah.
Paper Mario Color Splash.
So have they moved what was originally called Zelda U to the NX? Is it like an NX game now?
I believe it
sounds like coming. Is this an old school Dragon Warrior game? Is this an NX game now?
Yeah, Color Splash is the thing. So yeah.
Well, is that other game that I just had in my brain? Oh, Star Fox. Is that still coming out this year?
And yeah, it's still Star Fox. Yeah, Star Fox, Paper Mario, and Lost Reavers will be probably the last ones I get for the system.
Well, I still have some holes to fill, but I really want to get Pokken still, and I'll probably end up with Star Fox, even though I'm not the biggest.
Speaking of fighters, apparently that's a pretty good fighter right there. The Pokken, that's got a.
I'm really looking forward to trying it. I just haven't. I just haven't been to where I can buy it, and I didn't want to order it, so I just haven't done it.
I can see me picking up some games like once the Wii U dies and like the games are next to nothing. I can see me picking up some stuff. Like, you know how like after a console like goes the way of the dinosaur and they slash the prices on everything to get rid of it. I can see me picking up some random stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I bought XCOM on the 360 for like $4 the other day.
Yeah.
And Bulletstorm on the PS3 for like $1.28. So yeah, I mean, you can get some titles for old systems pretty cheap. So I'm hoping that the Wii U does that, but I don't know. I mean, first party Wii games are still expensive at places like GameStop. It's like, okay.
Which did the price for the original Xenoblade, did it go back up?
Yeah, I think it's still kind of up there in price. That and Metroid still has a good price for it on the Wii U.
Oh, nice.
Or just the Wii. And that Godzilla game. Freaking Godzilla game.
Really? The PS4 one?
Or no, the Godzilla Unleashed on Wii. I'm sorry.
Okay. I still got my sealed Xenoblade.
Yeah.
But I wonder what the price for that Godzilla simulator game is going for now. I wonder if that's going for now. Because when it gets down to like $10, because it's supposed to be like a terrible game, but like if you're a Godzilla fan, you'll like it. I like Godzilla, so like if it gets down to like $10, I'm like going to pick that up. I remember Pete Gordon.
Is that a Wii U game?
No, I think it's on the PS4.
Oh,
and it's like this. I mean, like you look at it and you're like, this is a budget title, right? Like this is someone just made this on their Mac 2 or Apple IIe, right? But apparently it's a lot of fun for people who like Godzilla, but for like people who are looking for a coherent game might not want to. It's kind of like, I guess, Deadly Premonition, if you play it, you're going to love it, but it's not for everybody. One of those types of things. I don't know.
Looking at my Wii U list that I still need to get, I still need Treasure Tracker.
I forgot about that.
Hyrule Warriors I still haven't picked up. And
I really get that too.
Xenoblade X. Oh, and Yoshi's Woolly World. Those are really the big ones that I still want to get. That are probably not going to get real cheap anytime soon.
I would tell you to skip Hyrule Warriors and get Dragon Quest Heroes.
Yeah, but you see, I would need to buy a $400 console in order to buy that.
Right.
Game.
Well, you bought the wrong $400 console.
I didn't buy any of them.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
true. Someone, man, whose pickup video did I just watch? Someone just bought Dragon Quest Heroes.
I don't know, but that game does look amazing, and I trust me, I am excited when I do get a PS4 to get that. And there's Haas and I were just talking about it the other day. He's like, man, there's just not that many console exclusives that I'm missing out on, and vice versa. Like for people that don't have an Xbox One, there's just not that many. Like,
yeah, well, there's some, but I feel like you wouldn't really care. Like you haven't played Bloodborne, but again,
Yeah.
I don't really feel, yeah.
I mean, I'll get it when I get the console, but like for me, all I can really think of right off is Dragon Quest Heroes and Street Fighter V being the big ones.
Yeah, but Street Fighter V is not going to stay single platform for long. I mean, it's a timed exclusive, right?
No, I think it's good. It is Sony and PC maybe. I don't think it's coming to Xbox.
Wow.
Yeah,
Sony
Xbox
paid
ain't
for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I mean, like, yeah. Because I just got Arcade Edition like a year ago, so I'm like, really? I don't really need to get...
No,
or maybe it was 2 years. It was 2 years ago, because that's when we did...
Yeah, it was
game
early 14 is when we
Yeah.
did that. Because Ultra came out in fall of 14, and so I've been playing that for about a year.
It was Funny Nerd. He got it, and he said Hyrule Wars was half off recently, so we missed
really?
out on that chance because apparently it was half off sometime. Not anymore though, because when I was at Best Buy getting Bayonetta, Hyrule Warriors was not half off.
Yeah, that's still like $50, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like $49.
and
First party Nintendo.
Yeah.
Bayonetta tree, and I didn't know about that whole like reprint deal.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, I'm getting both of them, and
Now that's
just
why
have the second
I
one.
made sure and bought that one as soon as I could afford it, because it's like I'm not gonna miss out on this double disc version, because I knew they were gonna do that.
Yeah.
I might see if GameStop here has a used like one with the double disc. See if they'll do a switch for me. Since I'm tight with them over there like that.
Or just you got your receipt still?
Yeah.
We'll just return it and just buy it again at a different GameStop.
Well, I got it from Best Buy,
Oh.
so that's the problem.
Yeah. Speaking of Best Buy, I can't wait for May 13th.
Why?
Doom.
Oh, is that... Oh, my God. Is that close?
Yeah, dude. It's really close.
Jesus.
And I'm
There's only
I'm
one...
Huh?
Ah.
I was gonna say I'm getting worried for it. I'm having a feeling it's not going to be as good as I want it. Like Wolfenstein.
Hush
I'm
your
getting
mouth.
worried.
Hush your lips.
I'm sorry. I'm getting concerned.
I played in the alpha, and if the alpha is any indication of how good at least the multiplayer is going to be, I'm stoked.
Oh, this game's really good, and everyone seems to love it. Let's change it.
Yeah, that'll be just my luck, of course.
Yeah. Yep.
But anyway, I'm gonna buy it at Best Buy because of that fancy dancy game club thing, so I can get it for like $45 instead of 60 or whatever.
So good. I love that game club.
It's really, really nice. But Amazon kind of does the same thing now.
Oh, they do?
I think
I didn't
so.
know about
Like
that.
if you're a Prime member, like you get like a discount.
Yeah, because I got a discount on Dark Souls 3.
I don't know if is it as good of a discount. Like
It's like 20, I think.
I thought that's what Best Buy is. So it's.
I
if you're-
thought Best Buy was 30.
Oh, I thought it was 20. Maybe it is 30. I don't know. I've only used it one time. I got Black Ops 3 and Mario Maker back in November. That was it. It's the only time I've used it. Because I just don't buy that many new games.
I've bought more because of that, actually, the discount from there.
Yeah.
So because of that, it's been making me get more.
Well, I mean, and other than like Pokken Tournament and maybe a couple other things, there really hasn't been like a ton of stuff that's come out that I feel like I need to utilize it. And you get less of a discount. I think it was like 10% for used games there. I don't even know.
I think it's 10%, which I bought a used one that day too. I Space 3 on the PS3 while I was there. So, I'm looking for a
Space
co-op
3?
partner if someone wants to. So, if anyone wants to out there,
You got
let me know.
Dead Space 3 PS3?
Yeah,
I got
Who,
you.
me? Oh.
I got
there
you.
you go.
you got me?
Yeah, let's
nice. I got my co-op partner. Never mind anybody. Disregard my last message.
Yeah, I got it. I haven't beaten 1 or 2 yet, but I'll play 3 with you.
Cool.
I think actually Dead Space 1 is the April game with gold on 360. So that's good news. Dead Space and then something else.
So that's another little controversial thing I guess I saw. I saw where people had liked where PlayStation was giving away like $100 gift certificates for downloading the free games. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm guessing it is. But people are saying, well, of course they have to give away the $100 because the free games they give away every month are garbage compared to the Xbox ones.
Last 2 months on PSN have been like stupid. And then like this month on Xbox Live, we got Lords of the Fallen, which is dope. And then next month,
oh, you did?
Yeah,
Nice.
I got Lords of the Fallen. And then next month on Xbox One, we get season 1 episode of Wolf Among Us and Sunset Overdrive. So it's like, holy crap.
We've been had Wolf Among Us. Get on that train, man. We've been had that. We've been had that, man.
You've been had, maybe.
How can I end that in a preposition too? I can't think of that.
Yeah, but that Sunset Overdrive looks awesome, and that's been one that I've been wanting for a while and just never bought. So I'm excited that I haven't bought it yet.
See, that's the thing. You're getting on the Xbox side these AAA titles that a year or two old. I don't remember the last AAA title we got for free on PSN. That was like a AAA release title.
I don't know either.
It's been a while. I still download everything just to have it in my library, but I gotta admit I haven't been playing a lot of the freebies on there lately.
It's kind of funny how many free games I have on PS Plus, and then how few I've actually played.
Yeah,
I've probably played 5 or 6 of them, but I probably got 30 or 40 in there.
Speaking of playing, I've waited long enough. It's itching me to death what the game Dustin's been playing.
Are we moving already there? Is that what we're doing?
I want to know what he's been playing, and we're starting with Dustin.
Well, I'm gonna make it be the last game I talk about.
Go for it.
It's been a long 4 months. How many games have you played?
I honestly, go watch my channel. You'll see the videos there.
Look at the discussions.
I can't remember.
Steven's the one that's beat 20 games already this year.
I know, it's ridiculous,
buddy. Yeah,
it's ridiculous. But recently I've been putting a lot of time into Fire Emblem Fates.
What?
I bought the Birthright. Yeah.
Nice.
What?
No, just saying.
You sounded so surprised.
I was just excited for you.
Holy shit, that game! It's like you forgot the game was out, or something.
Well, I kind of did, and then actually I went to GameStop to look for it, and you're like, "Oh yeah, we're all sold out." I'm like, "Son of a bitch!"
What the heck? He's playing that series he likes?
Sorry.
What?
Oh,
pardon my excitement. Jeez, continue, please.
So I bought the Birthright edition, which is the quote unquote easier edition. My plan is to finish it, and then I will just DLC Conquest and then DLC Revelations and all that stuff.
So is there an order? Are there 2 of them you should play first, and then a third one ties them both together? Or I don't know how it works.
I haven't looked into it because I don't really want to look into it because I want to kind of be surprised by it, what Revelations actually is. But yeah, Conquest and Birthright is basically whoever the main character, what side he decides to go with. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, so he's a prince that was born from one side but raised on the other side, and then he has to make the choice of which side he wants to go with. And really, you don't get to make the choice because if you buy Birthright, you're stuck with the Birthright people. Whereas if you buy Conquest, you get stuck with the Conquest people. But if you have both, like if you bought the big box edition, you could probably then make a decision in the game, but it doesn't really matter. But I've really been enjoying it, but I will have to say that compared to Awakening, this, especially Birthright, it feels a lot easier. Like if someone said, hey, tell me a Fire Emblem game to start with, I would say get Fate's Birthright, because it'll just kind of, there's so many opportunities to grind your people up. Like I'm basically running around with gods right now, and occasionally I'll just get greedy, and that's where I will lose a character. And I play it the old school way, where you play classic, and if a character dies, you restart the map, and you get you don't lose a person. That's how, unless you get to the last board and you just want to beat the game, then who cares? Anyone can die, doesn't matter. But for the most part, if I lose a person, I restart the board. So, but I haven't had to do that very much in Birthright, whereas Awakening or like Path of Radiance, or especially like Shadow Dragon, which I haven't finished, I need to go back and finish.
Shadow
I feel like
hard.
Yeah, I feel like and it's probably the reason, aside from Nintendo wanting money, why they split it up into two games. Like, for the more hardcore people, they can get Conquest and do that, which I guess doesn't allow you to grind your characters, and you have to really make your decisions, very tactically. Or you could go with Birthright, which kind of gives you a little bit of a soft cushion, even when if you play classic. It's a lot easier. And I don't know if you have, there's a character in it, and I don't know if this class has existed before, the Songstress, which basically can go up and sing to another character and make that character have another turn. So you can use, how overpowered your main character gets in these games. Like you can use your main character to attack twice each turn. So I mean, it gets kind of ridiculously easy in some places, but at the same time, it's still Fire Emblem, and I still really enjoy playing Fire Emblem. So, and then the other game is Salt Sanctuary. I downloaded that and started playing that, and basically what it is, and I'm surprised that no one has been sued in the making of this game. You take Dark Souls and you turn it into a Super Nintendo game, and you have Salt and Sanctuary. That's exactly what it is. And as hard as I thought Dark Souls was at one point in time, I'm sitting here playing this game and I'm just dying for stupid reasons. And I'm like, God, I'd just much rather play Dark Souls right now, because I need that third dimension. Because when you're locked in the two dimensions, there's no room for error. There's even less room for error in Salt and Sanctuary than there is in Dark Souls. So it's a little bit harder just because it's a 2D game, kind of like Ghosts and Goblins, in a weird way.
Yeah.
But I was going with a sword and shield strength build, and then I got to the dragon, and I was just getting my ass kicked left and right. So I went back to a blacksmith and upgraded my greatsword. Now I'm running around with a greatsword, and I'm just breezing through the game now. So I'm hoping to have that done before Dark Souls 3 comes out here soon. But if you're looking for a Dark Souls, Metroidvania, style of game, Salt and Sanctuary is it's pretty awesome for the what is it, $19, $17, something like that.
Yeah, I think I paid $17 because I did that pre-order 10% off deal. But yeah, it's still pretty cheap.
Yeah, and then the only other game. Let me think about this. Is there another game I can stretch this out with? Here recently, a friend of mine and I locally have been playing Destiny up until the point where he did one of the hardest raids or one of the hardest strikes or whatever the hardest thing in the game to do is, and basically got no loot out of it. And he wasted Yeah, he like wasted like 6 hours of his life on this incredibly hard thing and got like nothing. He's like, all right, fuck this game, I'm done.
You should play with me. I'll get him through it in an hour.
Yeah, well, he is. I think he actually went and traded it in. I think that's how pissed off he got. So anyway, he's like, man, we need to play a game again. And I was like,
all right, time out. Okay, time out. So it was co-op with somebody on a 360.
Yes.
Let me see. Loot-based game?
Loot-based game? Kind of, but not really.
I can't do it. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I was going to try to guess it. Okay.
So anyway, he's like, man, we really need to play a game again. And he wants me to buy The Division. He wants to play The Division with me. But I'm like, I'm kind of lukewarm to The Division now. Like, I'm just kind of like, no.
My Destiny folks are all on that too. Want me to get it, but yeah, I don't really want to get it either.
Yeah. So he came over, which he comes over every couple weekends because he's one of Caitlin's friends, but he likes video games too. So he came over to hang out, and he was looking through the game room, and he just happened to see this game, and he's like, "All right, we're going to do this game together." And I was like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah, I remember playing it, and I remember having a really good time." And I was like, "I'm going to tell you, dude. Like, I don't even really want to like." Like, I have no desire to. And he's like, dude, let's just do it. And I was like, we got nothing else to do. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And finally, for Steven,
Here's a war.
That game is Resident Evil 5.
Oh, wow. You never... Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know you never beat it.
Never... Well, and I will tell you this. Unless the Resident Evil 2 HD remake is phenomenal... I will probably never touch a Resident Evil game again, as long as I live. I might go back and play the old school tank control ones, because there's a part of me that wants to plug in, like, just grab the Resident Evil 2 discs out of my PS1 collection and just throw those back in and play those. But
this HD Origins collection is the shiz, man. So if you want old school.
So I'm playing this. Basically, I don't know. Like, I remember the controversy when this game came out about, like, oh, it's a white guy going around shooting black people, like, the entire time. And it is! That's exactly what the game is. Like, the entire, like, first, I don't know, 6 hours until you get to, like, some mutated monsters, you're just running around shooting black people. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Unless you play as the girl, then you're not white. But,
well, that's true, but then you're a woman. But anyway, now that I've alienated the entire audience, that's not really my beef with the game. But it's just one of those things where you're like, wow, it really is a white guy going around shooting black people all day long. I don't know. I think, like, between this game and, like, I will never go back and replay Resident Evil 4. It's just going to remain in my brain as a perfect memory of a game that I really enjoyed when it came out, and I'm never going to fuck with that memory. But
I'm the same way with you on that one.
But, like, between this and The Evil Within, like, this and even oh shoot, what's that game? Shadows of the Damned? Yeah, even, like, Shadows of the Damned. This style of, like, third-person shooter with a laser pointer, and you have to be extremely accurate with your shots. I'm just done with it. Just absolutely done with it. We got all the way to the final boss, and we were fighting Wesker. And it's so typical of a Resident Evil game where you're just playing along, having a good time, enjoying yourself, and then you get to the final boss, and the difficulty just spikes through the roof. And
Revelations, like, anyone bringing back memories for
yeah, it really did. I got to the end boss, and I'm like, it's every fucking time with Resident Evil. It's not like I want an insanely easy final boss, but I don't want something that just spikes through the roof like this, because it's like you're not only fighting him, who takes like an insane amount of damage. You're also fighting the environment to, like, rocks are falling, all this stuff. It's just like, with this control scheme and how these people control, this is not a conducive fight. Like, you're just, like, I don't know. I just want to throw my controller. And 360 controllers are kind of expensive still, so I don't want to do that. But like, we tried to beat him for hours, and then finally my friend looked at me and goes, "You know what? This is not as good as I remembered. I'm done." And I was like, I'm done too. So that's what. I hope it lived up to the anticipation, Steven. Resident Evil 5 cemented the fact that I'm just not a fan of Resident Evil anymore. And I'm going to do another game discussion video on it here in a couple of days. And I'm hoping to get as many thumbs down as I got when I did my Revelations video.
Oh, what? I need to look back and see how many you got on that.
Well, it's like if you go after the sacred cows, they come after you. Like, my Final Fantasy X video got a massive amount of thumbs down. My Final Fantasy Type 0 video got a lot of thumbs down, you know. Which I didn't understand because Type 0 is not really that great. But I do want to go back and try to give it another shot. Approach it from a different angle.
Well, it's pretty crazy that your first time going through 5 was co-op, because that's how I beat it my first time through. Me and my buddy, we got it on release day and came back home and co-opted it. I think in 2 sittings we beat it. We took 2 days of hammering that game out. I had a good time with it, but I couldn't go back to play it. Even like with 4, it wasn't a great memory, but even going back to play it, I know it's not the best in the series, and going back to the stop and shoot controls and stuff after getting so used to third-person games that don't do that, it's gonna be weird.
Well, and like the story just makes absolutely and it wasn't like playing Final Fantasy 14 with you. We actually watched the story segments, and I'm just sitting here going, why is Wesker still alive? Like, what is this virus? What is going on? Like, I have no idea what's going on in these games anymore. It's like after Umbrella and the G and T virus went away, it's like, just throw shit at the screen.
So you just looked up to see how many thumbs down you had. You had 10 on that one, so not too bad.
Oh, only 10 on that one. Maybe I'm thinking the Final Fantasy X and the Final Fantasy Type 0 ones, I got a lot on.
Yeah. But you were speaking of like 14 just now, and that's like a couple videos under your Revelations one for some reason. That actually has a good amount of views, man. People were interested in your thoughts on that one. It's got almost 1,500.
Really?
Yeah, maybe we should play it again.
Maybe. My most viewed video is my top 10 books of all time. It's got like 88,000 views.
Good grief.
And I just want to turn the fucking thing off because like every time I need to go make it private, because every time I get a notification from YouTube, it's like, someone's watched your top 10 books. And it's like, you need to branch out and read more books. And it's like, this was 1, filmed 3 years ago, and 2, it was just filmed as a palate cleanser for the channel. It's not like...
It's 1 book video, and it's got almost 100K. By the way, it's sitting at 92,000 now, Dustin, so don't sell yourself short.
Oh, well, look out. YouTuber of the Year award, Dustin Christ, for a video that he didn't even put, any effort into.
That's interesting. I'm going to have to look at mine. I think my most viewed one is my Valkyria profile one. Let me see. While I'm doing that, Chance, you can go ahead and start talking about what you've been playing, man.
You don't want to hear about my most popular video?
Yeah, I do. If you know it off the top of your head, or I'll go look for it.
Yeah, I do. It's a Namco plug-and-play video that I did 2 years ago. Got 2,500 views. Pretty proud of that.
See, it's like, it's always like, I'm just going to do this video off the cuff, and it's like, really, that's the video everyone's going to watch?
Here's my top. Or go ahead, Dustin.
I was going to say, the one you think like, oh man, I really knocked it out of the park this time. You just sit there and you see the counter, and it's like, you got 200 views. What? This has been up here for a month. What's going on?
I'd be stoked for 200 views.
Yeah.
I get 90.
Looking at this has just made me depressed. Looking at how no one views my channel. But anyways, like my top bar when I'm looking at the most viewed, it's got 6 of them here. My top one is my thoughts on Valkyria profile of the plume, and I can't even rewatch that video now. It's like at 2,700 because it's so bad. I feel sorry for anyone who watches that thoughts video or discussion because I'm so monotone and I just sound awful in it. Number 2.
I feel like you stumbled a lot. I stumbled a lot in that video too because I remember you. I remember you talked about Covenant of the Plume.
Yeah, I probably did. It was 4 years ago. It's so bad. Oh, it's so bad. And then, at an astounding, 1,200 views less, at 943 views or something, GameStop, you disappoint me.
Yeah.
My third top video, which this is cool, my dreaded Gaming Funk video. The next one down is the Xenoblade Chronicles art book, and then a pickup video, and an achievements video, so... That's my bar. Cool.
I always feel sorry for the people that go back and watch my really old videos when I had my old camera and I had to scream at it so it'd pick up my voice.
That's how I got those awesome screenshots of our original podcast background, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, Dustin, your top bar is your RPG videos, top ones of all time. And then your Western RPG versus JRPG, that was pretty popular, too. A lot of people
have a bunch of dislikes, too?
I think it did, because I cited on the side of JRPGs, and everyone's like, you're an idiot.
Holy crap. You're 17 in that one. Oh, man.
17 whole dislikes.
And Memories of Celceta, a surprising amount of views on it. Isn't your top viewed, so that's cool. Real cool. Now I gotta give you a chance. This has gotten way off topic here, but I'm so intrigued about this. I'm so intrigued about this now. This is cool.
Here's one of those tangents we talked about.
Exactly. Most popular on Chance. See that? Actually, okay, yeah. Your Namco plug and play, cool. Dragon Warrior, hey, that was one of your first videos too, right? Within the first 10 or so. Almost at 1,000, nice. Custom Game Boy case, handheld collection, your collection, and Phoenix on the Atari 2600.
Yeah.
To the top. Nice.
Love
Good
me
stuff,
some Phoenix.
Man. And then Quake 2.
We all know the best 2600 games, Yar's Revenge.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. Only game I ever had for that was Pac-Man and the tank game. Just Pac-Man and the tanks. Yeah, Combat.
Stargate's pretty good. Defender's pretty good.
Stargate? Did you say Stargate?
Stargate, yeah.
Does it got Kurt Russell on it?
No, it's actually Defender 2, but it's called Stargate. It's pretty good.
So what you been playing, Chance?
Oh, same old stuff. I played... recently, I finished Wolfenstein: The Old Blood. Still haven't finished a video. And as far as what you said about the final boss, Dustin...
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that bad. I definitely not necessarily the way that I thought it would go. It's kind of a... I don't know, if you haven't played the game, it's kind of a... Harkening back to the supernatural that Wolfenstein always kind of broaches a little bit. Yeah, it's weird to see. Once that final... cutscene comes out where the antagonist summons this giant monster. It's a little strange. Yeah. It's a little strange, but I didn't think it was that bad. The fight did take me a couple of tries, but it was all right.
And I have to just cut you off for a second there. When the kind of zombie thing happened, it kind of caught me off guard, and I didn't mind it because it made me have to be more precise with my headshots.
Yeah,
if you didn't kill them, they were coming back up.
it was definitely a unique kind of thing, and I was pretty surprised by it too. And I mean, again, pleasantly surprised. I mean, it was like, hey, this is kind of different. And like I said, Wolfenstein is always kind of broached on the supernatural and the the Nazis interest in the occult and things like that. So it's always kind of broached that, and the whole mutant zombie thing goes all the way back to the original Wolfenstein 3D on PC. So I mean, it's not a new thing. But
Dustin, jeez, get with it, man.
Oh my god.
The whole Nazi zombie thing is pretty old school.
You're right. It's old school. Played out. Played out.
Hey, old school is good.
Yeah.
But anyway, as a whole, though, I felt the game was the right length for what it presented. Definitely not as good as the New Order, but still pretty fun. And for a price point of $20 brand spanking new, it's a pretty low risk for if you're interested in the game, and if you like New Order. I mean, it's just a way, I guess, to continue to support Machine Games, who knocked New Order out of the park, in my opinion. So,
or you get it for free if someone has you for Secret Santa.
Well, yeah,
They
but
send it to you.
I'm just speaking like
Yeah.
as if you
Oh,
don't
yeah, I'm
have
not
the
sure.
game. Yeah,
I think it's. I thought it was $10 now.
Oh, is it? Oh, maybe it
Or was
is.
that just? It might have been on sale when I got it for $10. I thought it was cheaper though.
I thought you got it on Black Friday. So if you got it on Black Friday, it probably
Yeah.
was $10.
Yep.
But anyway, cheap is what I'm mainly trying to say. So if you're interested to definitely look into it, and digitally is not such a bad idea. Again, but I was shocked when I installed that thing at how big of a file it was. It was like 40-some
Yep.
gigs. It was huge.
Yep.
I was wow for an inexpensive game. It still took up space like some of the big boys. So it doesn't have any multiplayer, obviously. So I mean, once you're done with the game, you can uninstall it because there's not a lot of replayability on it either. But I mean, it's fun for what it is. Also I finished Diablo 3 yet again. I've played that game so many times. I finished it on the Xbox One. Again, thank you, Steven, for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
You sent that one too for Christmas. So an excuse to play Diablo 3 again is not, hard to run by me.
And that was your first time getting to play the add-on content, right? Like all the new stuff?
I played it on 360.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought it originally on PS3 vanilla, and then I got Ultimate Evil on 360, and then I got it again on the Xbox One because I wanted it again, and it was fun again. Still
What's
haven't played it on
crazy
PC.
Well, even if you hadn't, it doesn't matter because it's like everything except you want to do season mode stuff. But the console gets everything the PC does, and when the new dungeons, I think they had some new dungeons come out like a month or two ago. The console has all that stuff out now, so it's really cool how they keep updating the console version too, along with the PC versions.
Well, I mean, it's just smart, I guess. I mean, they're trying to not divide their audience, I guess. And that's great. But yeah, Seasons mode is something I'm interested in, so I would like to eventually pick it up on PC. But I am actually in the process of saving up some money to try and get a gaming PC, and that'll be one of the first games I buy probably because it's cheap now.
Yeah.
I get Ultimate Evil for relatively inexpensive and be happy. So yeah, Diablo 3, Deadpool. I mentioned that already. I bought it the day I watched the movie and played it the next 2 weeks, off and on, and I beat it, and it's totally goofy and just over the top, but really fun. It's a pretty fun, one of the best superhero games that I've played. It's just fun. It reminds me a little bit of like a Bayonetta type game, where you've got guns and swords and you can just kind of kill a lot, and so that's fun. Again, never need an excuse to play Pokemon, but Red and Yellow and Blue came out on the 3DS Virtual Console, and I did buy those, and so I'm playing through one of those again just because I'm cool like that. Bulletstorm.
Doesn't that incorporate something different now? Like you can actually trade?
Yeah, there's some online functionality with it, but I don't know the depth of it, and I don't know if it's actually truly online or if it's like you got to be in the same room with somebody. I haven't tried it yet.
And I heard one of the bigger things with it too is like when new games come out, can't you transfer all those Pokemon over or something?
Yeah, it's got some cool things that are yet to be seen, and of course with Pokemon Sun and Moon announced like last month I think or earlier this month, the new generation of games coming out before the end of the year, so that's exciting as well. Gen 7 Pokemon coming this year. So and with Pokken Tournament too. I mean, this is the 20th anniversary of Pokemon, so they're kind of going all out this year with some kind of incentives and stuff. Like they have a lot of GameStop incentives, like where you can go and get free, legendary or rare Pokemon. Like they'll just like give you the little card vouchers, or you actually take your 3DS in and you can get some Pokemon. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on if you're a fan. It's a good time to be a fan, I guess, because there is so much availability right now with the classic games being like, I forget how much they were, maybe like $8, $9, something like that on the eShop. So and a lot cheaper than buying the original cartridges, which are gouged on eBay and stuff like that, and they may or may not save and may not work. I don't know, but yeah, and there's a ton of Pokemon games, so there's no shortage of availability anywhere. Where was I? Bulletstorm. I played a little bit of that. That's pretty fun, brainless, mindless, shoot everything kind of game with some kind of cool gimmicky mechanics. I'm having fun with it, but I'm not overthinking it or playing it like crazy. It's a first-person shooter with lots of fart jokes and dick jokes and things like that. So right up my alley. And lastly, I did buy and start Shadow of Mordor on the Xbox One because it's gone way down in price. I bought it for like $14. I was surprised how cheap it was. And
is that the original one or the whole Game of the Year package deal?
Just the regular one. Just the one that came out, and I bought it used at a game store. And I don't know. This is kind of my first really serious attempt at like an open worldy type game. I mean, I played a little bit of Far Cry 4, and it was fun. It was a little bit easier for me than Shadow of Mordor is proving to be so far. I heard that the combat is like a carbon copy of like Assassin's Creed or something like that, but I've never played any of those, so I don't know. But it's taken me a little bit to get used to with the whole dodging and not getting hit thing.
It reminded me of Batman's combat action, but kind of similar, yeah.
I'm so used to in these type of games like going in and trying to be tanky and just like get in there and just smash everything, and it's hard because I have to be more careful, which is also why I was never very good at like Dark Souls or anything like that, just because I want to be more aggressive and just hope for the best. I always play like a barbarian.
There are spots in. I must still have the delay. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I was gonna say there's spots in Mordor, like when you have to take over the like orc areas and the leaders and stuff, where if you alert too many people and get like 2 or 3 leaders coming at you, I mean you're screwed. So it can be tough. But I love that game. It's a fun game.
Yeah, it's not bad, and like I said earlier, I'm kind of. Actually, I don't know if we were even recording yet. I'm reading audiobook reading Lord of the Rings right now, and it's just piqued my interest with the world of Middle Earth. So that's why I picked the game up and why I've been playing it. So
a great book for you to get there, Chance. if you can find it somewhere, you might have to get it online, is the Atlas of Middle Earth.
Atlas of Middle Earth.
Because then, like, it goes through all the books and it shows, like, the movements of people and how, like, Middle Earth has changed over the ages. I mean, like, you'll just sit there, like, if you get really into, like, the world of the books, like, just, you'll spend hours reading this book and looking at, like, how the maps change and the routes of everybody and all this stuff.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Because I'm absolutely enthralled with the book right now. It is one of the greatest book experiences I've ever had, and I'm not even finished yet.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
That's it? Alright. Well, here recently, like they said, this year, since last year was such a horrible year as far as games I finished, I was just so disappointed at only finishing within the 20 game mark. Coming off of years where I finished so many other games, I wanted to try to make an effort this year. I guess I maybe had some burnout last year too, but this year I've been kind of reinvigorated in playing games, and I've been having a great time just playing a wide variety of games since the beginning of the year, and not just limiting them to RPGs and stuff or longer games. I've had a variety of shorter games, longer games, action, strategy, just racing. I've had a mix of a bunch of stuff in here. But I won't go over everything I've played all year, but I'm sitting at like 15 games I've beaten so far, and we're only a couple months in, and I mean, it feels good to have getting some games under my belt. But ones that are actually in my consoles or handhelds right now that I'm playing, one I recently beat last week, I put a video up, Salt and Sanctuary, like Dustin was playing. Pretty much what he said. It's Dark Souls 2D. I love the game. Everything about it. Me and Scott have been talking about it a lot online, Ultimate Ford 1. And it is probably the closest thing to the original Dark Souls than either Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne, anything like that. It just feels so much like Dark Souls. And I've listened to a lot of developer commentary on it and stuff. And they are, like you said, Dustin, about getting sued. He is a little worried that he could get sued. But he's hoping that that From Software sees this as someone paying homage to the series and not trying to cash grab off of it. So that's what he's hoping, at least. But we'll see how it goes. And I hope nothing happens, because I'd love to see Assault and Sanctuary 2, because the game is just awesome. For more in-depth thoughts on it, you can check out my video on it. But I love the game. The other game that's in my Vita right now, it's kind of a back and forth. Disgaea 4, what is it, Promise Revisited? I think that's the title of the Vita one with all the additional content. Never played through a Disgaea game before, and I'm only about 2 hours into this. I'm still like learning, because I just picked it up the other day, learning how the mechanics kind of work in it. But so far, the dialogue in the game is hilarious. Like, just interactions with the characters. I'm surprised how much voice acting is actually in the game, because these games are really long with a lot of dialogue in them. And for the most part, everything's been voice acted, which is pretty impressive. And the combat system's pretty fun, because you can do these combo attacks with your teammates, and without it using up an attack turn for your teammate. You just have to like be beside each other, and it initiates it, and stuff like that's really cool. It's turn-based strategy RPG series, which everyone probably knows what this guy is about, but it's my first adventure into it, so we'll see how it goes, because I've been itching to play. Even though I've beaten a lot of games this year, I haven't beaten a JRPG really yet, and I've been having an itch for one, and Disgaea kind of falls into that category, because other than Mario and the Luigi Superstar Saga earlier this year, I haven't really delved into any others. So the other game that's been put back into Vita, just because I'm like on my, I can't wait for Gundam Breaker 3 to get out over here in April. I pre-ordered it, and I have a feeling it probably won't be at my house and doorstep probably till late May, so I'll have to wait even longer for it to get here because of PlayAsia shipping can be kind of slow when I order stuff for them for some reason. And I'm kind of nervous because I looked on my pre-order and it says it's back-ordered as well, like the game. So I'm hoping I'm not one of the back-ordered ones who has to wait even longer. But we'll see. But until I get that, I popped in Gundam Breaker, the first one again. I know Dustin's got a copy of it, Return to Mother Base. Even though we were all supposed to play together, we have yet to do so for Gundam Breaker. But it is so much fun, like, playing that game. I'm having a blast. I bought a Gundam model kit now, so now my Gundam's all souped up pretty nice. And I'm not far in the game either. I'm still pretty early in it. I haven't even unlocked the special awakening move yet for anyone who's played that. But being able to customize every piece and part of your Gundam and going out there hacking, slashing, and having fun. The menus are easy to read for me now. I just don't know what's going on in the story, but that's not a big deal. It's a best and chance. I mean, it's pretty much Diablo with Gundam, so
Interesting.
if you like Diablo and you think you could like robots fighting and stuff, it's a series I would look into. I know you'd have to import it for like a Vita version, but you can get all the games on the Vita. I know me and Alex are getting the third one here on PS4. And we're going to play through that some, but I can't wait till it gets here because the game is so good, it's so fun, soundtrack's good. I'm really looking forward to it. And other than that, that's all that's in the systems. I've been wanting to go back. Everyone's playing, like Dustin said, he's playing Fire Emblem Fates. I've been seeing all these Fire Emblem videos pop up. And what I'll do is I think Dustin, you used to have a formula like this too. I kind of have taken down some games and I've on my shelf and I've put them to the side. I'm like, you know what? I want to play these games sometime. I want to pop them in. So I'm going to leave them right here so I can see them better and maybe pop them in. And I got Path of Radiance. It's sitting right there beside the GameCube because I got that hooked up to the TV. And I'm just like waiting for the time to put it in because I really want to play it. And I got a couple other games put to the side too like that. Do you guys still do that, or do y'all kind of do that anymore? Or have you done it?
I used to, but I don't do it anymore.
Okay.
I really, really, really like the idea of like the backlog challenge, but my problem is, and I think that's kind of similar to what you're talking about. Like, which is setting out like the queue or the quay, as you used to say, of games to play. And I find though that if I try to do like a backlog challenge, I very often will just drastically overestimate my time and what I can actually do, and then inevitably I'll pick up a game. And then that'll like jump to the top of the list. It's like, oh yeah, I just got that. I want to play that. And then that'll be what happens. And then I don't finish it or even start any of the ones that I already set out. But I do really like the idea of giving yourself, a goal of saying, yeah, I want to finish this, and this because I've had them for way too long, and they just need to be played now. Like it or not, I need to at least give it a shot.
Yeah. So that's why I've kind of steered away from the backlog challenge stuff. I've steered away from that too because the same boat. But with this, it's like if I put it out, I'm hoping I'll eventually see it and play it and get it in there because it looks good. I know it'll probably be good, and I just really want to try it and get it going because, like I said, I wanted to play a JRPG. I had an itch for one. I really wanted to play a Tales game, and I keep waiting for Tales of Zestiria to drop in price, and it just kind of hangs up there high still. I need to play Tales of Xillia 2, but every time I go to GameStop to get it, they don't have it in stock, or it's not with the cover art, so I get picky and I don't get it. So, I've been itching to play something, and I'm just waiting for stuff to come out. Really would like to play a new Dragon Quest game, so really wish those would come out. The remakes or the HD versions you'd want to say, I don't care, of the 3DS ones, because that'll be when I get a 3DS again, is when those get out over here, because hopefully there will be a special 3DS with them. and I can be like, "Look, Dustin, I got a special Dragon Quest 3DS."
Man.
Because I know he won't get it because he's easing back on the collector. But I kind of set that to the side, and I set some others to the side to try to play too. And Dead Space was one of them, and now that Chance is gonna play Dead Space with me, that's probably gonna be the next game I play.
Yay!
So I'm still kind of seeing because depending on how often we'll be able to get together, I'll probably need another game to fill that void until Dark Souls 3 comes out in April. So I'm thinking I have time to beat a console game. I just don't know which one I want it to be yet. Maybe you guys can help me with that.
That reminds me of one that I forgot to say that I was playing that you kind of talked about too. I am playing Bayonetta on the Wii U. And didn't you just buy Bayonetta 2? Steven?
Yeah. I played the first one about halfway through. Am I not here?
No, that was a long delay.
Hello?
I think Steven died.
Yeah. It's that Windows 10. Killing everything.
I think it's the cell phone internet is what I'm thinking.
But I could probably do it too.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
You there?
Nope.
But anyway, Bayonetta 1.
Can you hear me, guys?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Am I just really delayed for some reason?
Yes. Like 5 seconds delayed.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe not 5.
Actually, yeah, that's not that bad.
Call me back. Call me back
Okay.
and just add me back in the call.
Alright. Add people. Are we just gonna leave this in?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm far too lazy to go find this.
Okay, he must have logged off. Well, I still see him on the sidebar, but I don't see him in the add people. Oh, there he is. I found him.
Delay.
Hello, hello.
Can you hear me? Is it very delayed?
I don't know.
I guess not.
Maybe.
Hopefully that didn't screw up you recording it, like ending the call
No,
or ending my call. Okay.
because I'm hosting the call, so it's not a big deal.
And now you sound even clearer because your voice was dying out too.
Oh, well, it must have been you then,
Okay.
because nothing's changed on my end.
Yeah, it must have been something here. All right,
Anyway,
cool. But yes, I bought Bayonetta 2. I played the first one about halfway through, and I bought Bayonetta 2 thinking the first one was in it, so I could restart it again, and unfortunately, yeah, not in there.
so I'm not very far into the first one. I've only played for I don't know, maybe an hour and a half, something like that. But it's definitely scratching that itch, and it's got me. It was after I finished Deadpool that I was thinking, man, I really want to play another high action type game, and I was thinking, it's dang, I have a lot of these platinum games that I haven't even played yet. I've still got what's that? Shadows of the Damned that you already talked about, and I've got Killer is Dead, which I haven't tried yet, and I don't know. It seems like there's another one. Maybe I'm just thinking Bayonetta 2, but yeah, I mean, I loved Metal Gear Rising, and that's kind of what that was like. Kind of a mix of a third-person shooter and hack and slash. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right, I'm laying down a gauntlet.
Uh-oh.
Laying it down now.
Is it
We're coming up.
challenge?
It is. It's a challenge. That's
Okay.
what it is. It's a challenge.
Oh, God.
It is.
I forfeit.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've already lost.
You're lucky because this one is for Dustin this time around. We got Dark Souls 3 coming out, so I'm going to give you some time, Dustin. But before July, I'm calling you out. Red Dead Redemption
Oh.
will be played by you.
Oh, man.
You will play Red Dead Redemption before July, and let the people know what you think of it. People, I want the fans and listeners to hold him accountable for this. and
He
be on
hasn't
this
agreed
boat.
to it yet.
He has no choice. The people are gonna make him agree.
I was planning on getting to it sometime this year anyway, so.
Will you accept the challenge?
I don't know if I'll get it done by July, but I'll definitely do it sometime this year.
I don't know. People should be let it slide sometime this year. Since they can't answer me, I guess that'll be
so, I was
okay.
gonna say, so since they can't answer, am I supposed to answer? How does this work?
Well, you can challenge me with something if you'd like, and Dustin can challenge you with something. I was gonna say I need help picking a console game, so you guys give me something. I need because Chance. I know we can't play Dead Space 3 every night.
No.
So
But this week would
you
be
guys-
great since I don't have school this week, so
no, we'll play right when we're done with this if you want.
we'll see about that. Maybe.
I don't know. What is something you haven't played that everyone's like, what?
I don't know. I
can't-
got a JRPG itch. Like I said, I need a console one to play.
Okay, you need to finish Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior 7 by next week.
Screw that.
Get cracking.
I do not accept your challenge. Let's see. I'm trying to think what consoles. I got Xenosonic. I still need to start up. I really want to play Tales. I don't know. Rogue Galaxy, but that's 100 hours long. So many.
Yeah. I need to get to Zestiria sometime, too.
Yep, that's the one I've been wanting to play, but
I've
it
never
won't go
played
down.
a Tales game.
There's the challenge for a chance. Which
Needs
one
to
are
play.
we making them play?
The best one, which is Vesperia.
I have Vesperia actually.
Yep.
Yeah, it should be free, right? For Xbox Live 1 month, I thought.
Well, I don't know. It might have been, but I already had it on there anyway.
Well, there you go. There's the challenge, Chance.
I have Vesperia and Zillia 1.
Vesperia all the way. You're challenged to play Vesperia before August of this year.
Oh, jeez.
Do you accept it?
Maybe.
You guys are no fun. Jeez.
It's so
I
hard for me
can't-
to commit to an RPG. Period.
Yeah.
Like,
Give me a
have
10-hour shooter. All right, we'll talk. But
I challenge
Have
myself
you ever seen-
to... Go ahead.
I was going to say, have you ever seen any of my backlog challenge videos? Do you know how many of those games I get through?
One.
Like 10%. I have a 10% completion rate on those videos. I don't know why I don't know why I even did them.
I should go back and look at my backlog challenge videos and see if I even played any of them.
I'm going to challenge myself to put more time into Xenoblade Chronicles X. Because I'm on chapter 6 of that game. I think it has like 12 chapters. I just need to finish some more through it. Because I think, Dustin, you probably agree. Like we said, it's not what we thought it kind of was going to be. Like, it's just a little disappointing right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you put any more time into it?
I haven't. I mean, if you've played... Okay. Chance, you haven't played Xenoblade yet, have you?
Nope, I'm lazy.
Okay. Well, Xenoblade Chronicles X is basically just take the gameplay of that game and then like nothing with the storyline. And I'm not talking like being a direct sequel. I'm talking about like the game is pretty much all gameplay, which you're like, okay, that sounds great, but at the same time, you don't have that story to draw you into the world or make you care about what's going on.
There's no reason to play.
Right. I mean, it's just, here's some missions, go do it. And you're like, okay. And there's like this vague other alien race that's causing mischief. And it's like, oh, okay. But there's nothing like the Mechonis and the Bionis and all that stuff from Xenoblade 1. There's not, like, everything that made the first Xenoblade so, like, thematically special is just gone from Chronicles X.
Yeah, exactly.
But it looks pretty, and the environments are insane.
That's true.
I got a better challenge than Vesperia. I need to restart and finish Nier because I never did finish that. So that one sounds more appealing.
More doable for you, probably, actually, since it's action based.
Yeah, I think I think Nier is a better game right now. So maybe I'll commit to that. I still want to get the PS3 version though. I don't know. Just feel which version did you guys play of Nier?
Well, over here in North America, they're the same.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of games that came out on both consoles that are the same game but are better on one.
Right.
So,
but
I've only played it on 360, but I own the PS3 copy. So
yeah. Now, if you're talking about the Japanese PS3 version, that's different. Because there's two versions of the game. There's Gestalt and then there's Replicant. Gestalt is the only version that was brought over here.
Okay.
Replicant changes the story a little bit, whereas in Gestalt, Nier is the father figure to the daughter, the other character. Whereas in Replicant, it's her brother. He's a younger guy.
Weird.
Yeah.
Well, I got stuck at some point, and I couldn't figure out how to progress forward at all. It almost made me feel like it was glitched out because I
Huh? Were you fishing? Were you trying to fish?
No, I got the fish. After a long trial and error and realizing I was at the wrong space,
everyone does that.
I went to the other one and did the fish, but this was like a junkyard or something. Like, I don't know. Like, it just felt like I was in the right place, and when I looked it up, everything said I was in the right place, but I couldn't figure out where exactly I was supposed to be. So I just got really stuck and just said screw it and put it up. But it just feels like a game that I missing out on because of how good it was for the few hours that I played it, and how great that soundtrack is. I just want to restart it and go back. I think it's.
Did you play Drakengard 3?
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
I don't have that.
Well,
that's another one I need to get. Sorry.
You never played Drakengard 3?
No, I was in GameStop one day about a month or two back. I think I told y'all I was gonna do the buy two get one free. That was gonna be one of them I was getting. And Xillia and another game, but then they didn't have the other game, and the Xillia 2, they didn't have a cover art, so I put everything back and said, screw it, I'm leaving.
Yeah, I was bummed, because when I was in there and they had that sale going on, the GameStop that I had just didn't have much in the way of the games that were within the sale or whatever. There was like a certain... this wasn't a buy two, get one free. This was like a buy 3 for $20 or something like that. And man, they just didn't have much, and I really wanted to get a couple of them, but they wouldn't let me get the price for just getting 2. I had to buy 3, otherwise they were for the sticker price. I was like, screw that. It was just, I don't know. Maybe it's just the something that's changed in me and wanting to buy less of games that I'm not that interested in. But man, there just wasn't much there.
Well, yeah. Play Nier. If you really like Nier, track down Drakengard 3. And then, of course, you have the Nier sequel coming out here soon.
Oh, yeah. That's probably only for PS4 or some shit.
I don't know if it's been announced as that. Has it been announced as an exclusive?
No, maybe it is. I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, I think they showed it during the PlayStation one, but I think it's going to be multi-platform.
Yeah. Square Enix has got to make that money.
Yeah. $1 bills,
yeah, but the Dragon Quest one only came out on PS4. And Drakengard's only on PS4.
Just be happy a Dragon Quest game came out over here, period.
Or Drakengard's on PS3, sorry.
Yeah.
It's not on Xbox.
Well, they like Sony more. What can I tell you?
I'm just going to say, I'm just not surprised if the new Nier is only Sony, just because
that's true.
Of recent history. I mean, I can get Lightning Returns on 360 if I wanted to. That's one that did come out on both.
Yeah. I have that, but I haven't. I just haven't.
That was a bad joke. Sorry.
Yeah.
I
That's okay.
I know no one
I
really
got it
cares
when
about that game.
I got it when it was like next to nothing, and I'll get.
Last couple times I've been in, you could get like the Steel Book or some shit for, like $10, $12, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me of another thing that I went into this game store when I bought Shadow of Mordor, and on the shelf they had the Steel Book for Halo 4 for the 360, and it was just like, okay, I'm just gonna ask this guy, how much it would be for just the Steel Book, and I was really hoping he would just give it to me, but no, I still had to pay $5, but to me it was worth it. I was like, it's a badass looking Steel Book for Halo 4, and I didn't need another copy of the game. So
did you pay for it in cash?
Maybe.
He probably just put that $5 in his pocket.
I mean, it was a privately owned store, like a small like.
Oh, okay.
I
thought you said a GameStop. I'm sorry.
No, it's just Game Store. It was called. I don't know what it was called, but yeah, I mean, he could have. It wouldn't have bothered me none. I mean, essentially, I made them $5 extra, because he's still gonna put Halo 4 in a generic case and stick it back on the shelf, and
for the same price,
and sell it for $10. So yeah, I mean that $5 off the top ain't gonna hurt nothing because it's like that Steelbook never existed.
Yeah.
But I mean, normally I don't go for shit like that, Steelbooks, but I don't know. Halo 4 Steelbook, it just looked pretty good sitting there, and I thought that needs to go home with me. But I don't plan on spending more than, regular price plus my Best Buy discount for the new Doom game. Like I'm not going, because there's like a special edition that comes with like a Revenant statue for like a couple $100. I'm just like, nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm interested.
I'm sure someone will do an unboxing and I can watch it and that'd be fine.
I'll get just as much good out of that.
I don't need that.
I just want the game. I'm just so excited for Doom.
Yeah, I mean, like a CD soundtrack and an art book, fine. But like, I don't need all that other nonsense.
But even like the games that I have with art books and things, like I don't freaking look at them. Like I have them, but they just sit there. It's like I don't need that. And I have several games that have CD soundtracks. Again, I don't listen to them. Like some of them maybe, but I don't know. For me, it's just I'm just over the peripheral thing.
Those Ease games, man, those soundtracks. Whew.
Yeah, I do have that. And I just bought Witch in the 100 Night, and that came with the CD soundtrack too.
Yeah.
What made you want to grab that one?
Because it looks like Diablo, so it's like, guess I'll buy that. I think it's the only Miss America game I have.
I thought it was a strategy RPG. So
no, it's Witch in the 100 Night. It's like a hack and slash top down Diablo-y looking thing. I heard it's pretty grind heavy.
I didn't know that.
And I think it's getting ready for a PS4 re-release, so that may be one you want to put on your radar. As is the new Odin Sphere. It's already out. Holy crap, the new Odin Sphere coming out.
Looks so good.
And there's like an 8-bit version or some shit. Like you can play in the browser. Like the original Odin Sphere as an 8-bit version.
I got that sitting there. Maybe that's the semi-RPG I could play.
Odin Sphere?
Yeah.
Yep, I bought it on PS2 Classic on PS3 a while back. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, Witch in the 100 Night Revival Edition is already out on PS4. $40.
Well, it's either $15 for the PS3 version or whatever you said, $40 for the newly released PS4 version. It's probably got more content though. So.
All right. Well, I think that could about wrap it up, boys, for our almighty return to the podcast realm.
I feel like we didn't talk about anything.
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
Maybe next time, which we say it every time, we'll have our fixed topic. We'll come in and try to.
Well, we kind of talked about
it.
We kind of talked about the NX
Not
And-
really. But, yeah.
Not really,
The
but
Wii
I
U.
mean, there's so many random things about that thing. It's like it's hard to get a grip on what it actually is and what it's supposed to be doing. Like those pictures of the controller came out and have already
I
been
hope
like
they're
they were
not right.
yeah, they were debunked within like 2 days. Like, nah, it's not the controller. Now watch when it comes out. That's gonna be the fucking controller. It looks awful.
Yes.
I wouldn't want anything with a screen like that on because it's gonna be scratched.
With your buttons in the middle of it, and
Yeah.
then more screen to the side. No, come on. Come on now.
Come on now.
And you're right. The Switch in 109 is top down. Holy
Hey,
smokes.
hey! I got a challenge for you guys.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Yeah, I got one. Let's do an episode a month.
Hey, sounds
Yeah.
like a pretty good challenge to me. I'll accept.
I accept that full heart.
Or if we can do one, you know, earlier or whatever.
If the people
You know,
the people want it, it'll come.
yeah.
Thank you, Mike Ross. Thank you.
People's champ.
Well,
But thanks for listening to this one.
Yeah.
We don't know what to do anymore.
Awkward goodbye.
Well, yeah, but see, that's the thing. Like, once I get to editing this, all that silence will be gone. So it'll just be like, you'll be
The
like,
streams together.
yeah.
Be funnier if you left it.
It would be funnier, but I don't know how to just select that one spot and not do that.
It's all right.
Sounds like too much work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It keeps things energized, keeps it peppy. You don't want to sit here and listen to us go, oh, I don't know what to talk about.
Well, we don't usually.
It's true.
I mean, let's think realistically here. Even when Arrow was on here, did we really talk about anything for 5 hours?
I think some of you guys fell asleep.
Oh, probably.
I left halfway through, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
And,
No, that's
and
true.
you could have come back because we were still on.
Yeah. When you woke
Like,
up,
oh.
yeah.
So I'm out of here. Time to go see some Jack Ryan. Screw you guys.
Oh, that's
I had
right. Yeah,
one of-
you left to go
I
watch.
had
the
one of the
movie.
most classic moments ever in the episode when Dustin went on his little thing about me. Oh, it was so great.
It'd be funny if you would have left an episode to go see Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
You'd have a hard time living that one down.
Yeah. I'm sorry for anyone who might like that movie, but
Well,
something's wrong. Yeah.
it's going to be like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I'm going to wait for it to come on Netflix. I'm going to watch it and go, yep, glad I waited for that to be free.
I think all total money spent there with drink and everything included, it was close to $30. So $30 for Batman versus Superman.
I think Whitney and I are going to go see it this week, and my theater is only $6 for a ticket, so I think we'll be okay. I think I could spend $12 on it, even if it sucks.
Be forewarned, my friend. Be
Again,
forewarned.
I'll probably love it, and then I'll never hear the end of that. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's
I
Chance-
another trend
gonna-
we have on this show is me liking things that no one else seems to.
Then you still have to hear about it years later.
Yeah.
That's all right, Chance. I'm used to hearing about things several years after they happen, too.
All right, Dan. I guess we'll end it.
Yep.
I was like, did we lose Steven already? Did he already drop out?
I think he chirped there. I think he's still here.
I'm saying
All right.
bye. Bye, peeps.
All right. Bye.
So long, farewell.